Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another video. It's time to do a speed test comparison between the OPPO Reno 14 5G versus the Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G, and the Redmi is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 SoC. Also we have 12 GB of RAM, while on the OPPO we have a new MediaTek Dimensity 8350 SoC. Also we have 12 GB of RAM. On the back we have triple cameras on both phones. Very interesting to see which one will be faster. Now let's start off with the boot up test as always. Logos came up slightly faster on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. And both phones is running on latest Android 15. We have ColorOS version 15 versus the HyperOS version 2. So OPPO it is much faster when it comes to booting up, while Redmi is taking a lot of time, and the booting up speed it is not the fastest. Now the Redmi is also done, so we almost have 4 or 5 second difference. So on the OPPO Reno 14 5G we have 6.5 inch 1.5K AMOLED, which can produce up to 1 billion colors. Also we have 120 Hz refresh rate with the center punch hole, and the bottom unit is also really small. While on the another hand, Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus has a 6.67 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with a 120 Hz refresh rate. Also we have a center punch hole. You can see in the bottom chain it is looks really similar on both phones, and Redmi has a curved AMOLED display, so it feels more premium. Everything is closed up in the background. No application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. Let's opening up the phone dialer. That is slightly quick. I think on the OPPO we have different animations on both phones. Let's opening up the settings. Faster as well on the OPPO. Let's enable the gestures even on the OPPO as well to make the test more fair. And now check out some more apps like Amazon Shopping. That is slightly faster I think on the OPPO Reno 14 5G over the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus. Scrolling it is really smooth on both phones. Once again we have 120 Hz refresh rate. Let's open the PSS computer accessories. That is looks really similar on both phones. So now check out some games application, and this way we should see a difference I would say between the Dimensity 8350 SoC versus a Qualcomm Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. Opening up the Candy Crush saga. The Candy Crush it is faster on the OPPO Reno 14 5G. Instagram exactly the same. Let's spin out. Faster on the OPPO. Snapchat faster on the OPPO. Now let's opening up the Spotify. Same result, faster on the OPPO. Subway Surfer, another game. So once again OPPO is take the lead from the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus. And let me show the speakers. Here is the Redmi looks like. And here is the OPPO looks like. Yes, the speakers it is overall more better on the OPPO Reno 14 5G. Let's opening up the Temper N2. And Temper N2 once again OPPO Reno 14 5G is take the lead. Dimensity 8350 SoC is faster than the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. Now let's opening up the PUBG Mobile. And PUBG it is faster on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus looks like, and the PUBG it is not really optimized. Same thing also happened in my last speed test. OPPO is just really slow in terms of opening up the PUBG Mobile. In PUBG we maximum see a 4 or 5 second difference I think. So now let's open up X. That is slightly quick on the OPPO. Now let's open Zedge. That one it is slightly quick on the Redmi if I'm not wrong. Now let's see the scrolling it is really smooth. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones. Default camera application, let's see. Camera is open up much faster on the Oppo, and let me show the cameras right here, how the cameras looks like in this lighting condition. So here is the pictures on both phones, and the sharpness is much higher on the Oppo. I like the colors more on the Oppo as well. So looking at the front facing camera, so the front facing camera it is actually much better on the Oppo. Oppo has a natural look, even the HDR it is working much better. Now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Chrome on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network. So opening up the wikipedia.org, slightly faster on the Redmi. Scrolling it is really smooth. Same thing with zooming in out. And now let's open the English language. Absolutely similar on both phones. Next on the list is the apple.com. Apple.com it is faster on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus over the Oppo. Scrolling it is really smooth on both phones, and 120 Hz it is working. So now let's see RAM measurement. So both phones has a 12 GB of RAM. Let's see the RAM measurement. Phone dialer, that is seems like in-app refresh. Settings still there. Amazon shopping, and that card refresh on both phones. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, refresh. Instagram, that is completely crashed on the Redmi. Let's see Pinout, refresh on the Redmi. Snapchat also got refresh on the Redmi. Spotify, that is still there. Subway Surfer also got refresh on the Redmi. Temper 2, PUBG, Open Up X, Zedge, and lastly back to the internet browser, that is also still there. And also what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see, and definitely and the Oppo Reno 14 5G is performed slightly faster, not only in system based applications, even in games. Although in PUBG the Redmi it is much faster as compared to the Oppo. We need some optimization with the Oppo. So in terms of the RAM measurement it is really bad on both phones, but slightly better on the Oppo Reno 14 5G. Also on the Oppo we have 6000 mAh battery size with 80-watt fast charging, while Redmi has a 5160 mAh battery size almost with a 67-watt super fast charging. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Oppo Reno 14 5G versus the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus. And do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.